So I'm sure you've all heard by now, but for those of you who haven't, there's been a tragic loss in our Monster Jam family. Last Thursday, July 15th, we lost Scott Hartsock, the driver of Gunslinger, to a horrible freak accident. And apparently the story is that, if I'm not mistaken, he was on his way to a show, and a tow truck driver was helping him pull his trailer, his rig, on the way, and they came to a railroad crossing that had no warning lights and no signs or anything, and the tow truck was hit by an oncoming train, and both the driver and Scott were killed instantly. And I first heard about this news when I went to East Rutherford MetLife Stadium for the show on Saturday the 17th, and it got canceled for the rain and thunderstorms, and it got rescheduled for the day after, Sunday the 18th, and that was where it was announced what had happened, and Tom Mentz was on the video board talking about it, and about Scott's legacy and their friendly rivalry and all that. And you could just hear the emotion in his voice. He was very obviously fighting back the tears, and who can say they blame him? Scott was he was an amazing guy, so valuable to the sport, and just to be taken in a freak accident like that. Whoever thought it was a good idea to design a railroad crossing with no warning lights or signs or anything, just that kind of incompetence, just... But before he was a Monster Jam driver, he was a gunsmith 15 years before he began working on trucks, and he did mud bog racing, and eventually he became a monster truck driver and then part of Monster Jam, and he was the first person to be the runner-up in World Finals 1, where he lost to Tom Mentz. And then he was also the first to defeat Tom Mentz in World Finals Racing. This was in 2003 at World Finals 4. And he was one of the best drivers that never won a world championship. And he was just one of the nicest people overall. And I've met him multiple times in my life. The first time was at the Nassau Coliseum, which I live 45 minutes away from. I live on Long Island, so also about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from East Rutherford. But the first time I met Scott was at the Nassau Coliseum at one of the small arena shows. Here's a picture. I actually had this truck with me, the original 2002 Gunslinger. And over here we have the 2019 version from Spin Master. We have his two other trucks, Cowboy and Line X Obsession. And here's another picture from when I met him at a fair. I'm not entirely sure where it was, but I think it was in mainland New York. I don't remember much, but I do remember the show part of it and meeting Scott afterwards. And just, here's another picture. The last time I ever saw him in person, MetLife Stadium, 2019. And then I'm still in shock. I still can't believe it. But I'm sure he's up there right now in the clouds doing a show along with Tony Farrell and Brian Winston, Kid KJ, Mike Thompson. They're all doing a show up there right now with Joe Lowe and Mike Hogwood commentating it. And Scott will always be remembered. He's always cock-blocked and ready to rock, as he always said. And I think that's really all I want to say. And I do have my next line of videos coming out. Hopefully today I'll upload it. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I guess I should tell you. I'm doing World Finals 5. I have almost all the racing videos today. I'm going to get them done and hopefully upload them later. I am currently filming this video right now at 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to upload it at 5:30 so that it'll be exactly a week since the accident happened at 5:30 in the afternoon last Thursday. And rest in peace to Scott and to the other 4 drivers I just mentioned, and Joe Lowe and Mike Hogwood. And Monster Jam's not going to be the same without Scott. I mean, I know he wasn't as prevalent as he was in the past few years. I know he hasn't been in that many shows, but early on, Monster Jam has a lot to thank him for, and the monster truck industry in general. And he just overall was an amazing person, and just taken way too early. He was only 59 years old, and to be lost to a tragic accident like that, it's just unbelievable. And a couple of the other drivers talked about it at the show, and we're all just heartbroken completely. And I think that's really all I wanted to say. But I'll see you guys in my next video.